WWE Night of Champions, where barely any champions competed. But we had some championship matches, and, the outcome wasn't a shock to me because I called it from the beginning, I'll get to that anyway a little bit later on. But it's the Icon back with the wrestling review for you, going over that Night of Champions. And before we get started, hit that notification bell, like it or subscribe. Check out my other videos that's up on my YouTube channel, and let's get started because we had a 2-hour pre-show match with nothing happened, but they gave, they gave us more matches this time. We got 6 matches. I think the last pay-per-view, I think, only had 4. And, this one we got 6. So, that's good. And they ended up giving us, the 2 King of the Ring matches on actual television, on actual, ESPN television. The other 4 were on the pay-per-view. So, the show kicked off where it kicked off with the men's King of the Ring championship match where it was Obafemi versus Jey Uso. And I did not pick Jey Uso at all. My pick was always, to be Obafemi because he's on a trajectory. He's the ruler. And I will say this during the match. If Obafemi wrestles Brock Lesnar and beats Brock Lesnar pretty decently quickly at WrestleMania, when they had the rematch, I think in Italy or some shit, Brock had to put him through 3 tables and 19 F5s and hit him with a bus or some shit in order to knock him out. So if you're in a situation where it takes all that for Brock Lesnar to beat you, it is taking you way too long to defeat main event Jey Uso. No shade to Jey Uso, but Oba should have beat him a little quicker than he did. But he beat him. And that's all that matters. We knew Jey Uso wasn't going to win. Obafemi is the King of the Ring. I think it's obvious to everybody he's going to choose Roman, especially after how the main event ended. Though, to be honest with you, if you want an easy win, you might want to pick the SmackDown champion. But I think it's obvious he's going to choose Roman Reigns. And that was pretty much it. He didn't he didn't officially say so yet. He'll probably say so, later on Raw or on the pre-show or something. But Obafemi is the reigning King of the Ring, much to the surprise of nobody. And I said I was happy about that. And let's move on now to the Queen of the Ring. The next match was the women's Queen of the Ring, the Queen of the Ring final. It was Io Sky versus Liv Morgan, who should not have been in this tournament to begin with because she is a world champion. When she came, Danhausen came out before the match even started to talk to the fans, and Liv interrupted him because she was still mad at him about him not cursing Oba for her on Raw. And then she said that he owed JD and Dominic, a whole bunch of money or whatever. Danhausen said he didn't know what she was talking about. Liv Morgan slapped the taste out of his mouth. So you know what that means? That means, Liv Morgan, now you are officially cursed. Now, I will say this. The curse played no part in her losing the match because Liv lost the match, as she should have, and Io Sky is the reigning Queen of the Ring. If anything, it almost seemed like Io was cursed because Io hurt her knee at one point, and but she was still able to do her moonsault, step on it. I don't know if she was faking it or not, if it was kayfabe, but that nothing happened to Liv Morgan where you just oh my god, the curse. The only thing that happened was she lost, and she could have just regularly lost that match straight up, curse or no curse. So to blame it on the curse would say that something happened that cost her the match, and nothing happened that cost her the match. She just lost. And then after the match was over and Io, was announced as Queen of the Ring, Io grabbed the microphone and then she told Liv Morgan, she was I'm going to challenge you at SummerSlam. So the person who just beat her for the women's Queen of the Ring is now going to be the number 1 contender to fight her at SummerSlam. And I guess that's how they set up the feud between the two of them. I guess the whole point of putting Liv in the tournament was just to set up the feud between her and Io Sky. Everybody's obsessed with Roxanne and Raquel turning on her. I don't know what I understand that it's an option that they can go for, especially because of how the way Roxanne's being treated. She's being treated like she's not important. So I get that there's seeds for that being planted, but people are they're obsessing with that to the point where I don't know why it's that serious for everybody to see them split up, but we could still go in that direction. But like I said, so far the curse I feel like the curse hasn't really kicked in yet. And I said, because she could have lost that match regardless. But we'll see what happens on Raw. She'll probably blame Danhausen, and then he'll like double curse her. But that's it. But Io Sky is your official queen of the ring, and they said, and she will be facing Liv Morgan at SummerSlam. So now to the non-free version of the show. The opening match was Seth freaking Rollins versus Braun Breaker in a steel cage. No Hell in the Cell, just a steel cage match. And I personally thought that Braun should have won this match because we keep talking about like, oh, it's about the future. The future is now. The people from NXT, they're the future of the business. Like, I don't know how many times tonight I kept hearing the phrase, this is the future of WWE. And if this is the future of WWE, that means the old guard needs to go and start putting people over. Like, I mean, Seth Rollins beat Braun Breaker in the steel cage match. But because they chose to have Seth Rollins win and not have Braun Breaker win, the only sense that would make would be if the whole Vision thing is officially dead now. To the point where there's nothing left for them to do. Like because Logan Paul's injured, Bronson Reed's injured. Paul Heyman wasn't even here. He didn't even come out, like for Braun Breaker during his match. The only person that's left is Austin Theory. So it's just Austin Theory and Braun Breaker. So if Seth won this match, I got to assume that the Vision is dead now. And like they lost the tag titles and everything. Like it's over. Like the Vision thing is like the Vision is dead. Like Seth Rollins officially killed the Vision. That's the only way you can justify him winning this match. So Braun Breaker just needs to break away from the Vision, just do his own thing, go after singles gold. I don't know who, maybe he'll go after Penta or something because, Oba is going to be busy with Roman Reigns. But I said, we'll see. I don't know where maybe Seth Rollins fights Roman before SummerSlam. Who knows? But I said, my guess is, regarding like the men's thing, I feel like Brock, it's a 2-night SummerSlam. I feel like Oba and Brock are going to wrestle each other in the opening match of night 1, and then Oba's going to wrestle Roman Reigns in the main event of night 2. Like, that's just my prediction, but Seth Rollins got the dub, and I have no idea where he goes from here, but we will see on Monday Night Raw. Then we had Trick Willie versus Ricky Saints. This crowd sucks. This particular, they're bad with the chants. Like when they do the chants, they suck at the chants. They don't even do the chants right. There's no, I don't know. There's no to it. They were dead for most of this, and it was really sad. Little Yachty got thrown out of the match because Ricky Saints, he pulled the wool over the referee's eyes to give himself the advantage, and it didn't work. And in the end, thanks to the trick shot, I still call it the trick knee. Thanks to the trick shot, young Trick Willie, he's still your United States champion. Ricky's done, and he needs something else to do now. I mean, maybe he'll come out and he'll keep bitching, but we got to go on the Trick and Carmelo next, I would imagine, because Ricky took his shot and he lost. So, and then we'll probably get a triple threat between the three of them at SummerSlam. But kudos to Trick Willie. Congratulations to him on his wedding, and we'll see you. We're moving on. We'll see him on Friday Night SmackDown as we're moving on. Then we had Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton. I was hoping Jade was going to win this one. My money was because Jade took 2 losses already. She lost to Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. Then she lost to Rhea Ripley in Italy. I'm like, she can't lose to Tiffany because that means that's 3 losses in a row. Lo and behold, she lost to Tiffany, so it's 3 losses in a row. But it was without its interference because during the match, obviously Michin and B-Fab, they got involved. And then Chelsea Green got involved. And then there was a moment where the belt was in the ring. Jade went to go pick up the belt so she can clock Tiffany over the head with the belt, but then Charlotte picked it up, and then Charlotte hit Jade in the face with the belt, and then that's how Tiffany was able to get the 1, 2, 3. The match was a little wonky at times. There were times where the two of them were doing certain moves, and then they would stop and just stare at each other as though one person didn't know what they were supposed to do next. But the fact that Charlotte interfered and because as a matter of fact, this is the second time Charlotte cost Jade Cargill a championship because she cost her the title in Italy as well. So obviously, we're the position that we're going towards, Charlotte Flair versus Jade at SummerSlam, I would assume. If Rhea truly is injured, I think that they should take the belt off of Rhea, put it on Jade, and then have Jade fight Charlotte at SummerSlam, or let Rhea rock until SummerSlam, do a triple threat match between Charlotte, Jade, and Rhea, let Jade win the championship off of Rhea, and then when they do a one-on-one at Money in the Bank between Charlotte Flair and Jade, then let Jade win that too. But because it's at this point, the fact that Jade just took 3 straight championship losses and 2 of them was because of Charlotte Flair interference, when they finally do Charlotte versus Jade, Charlotte cannot win that match. If Charlotte wins that match, you've basically just like Jade's already hurting right now with those 3 losses, although she does have an out because she got hit in the head with a championship belt. But you cannot have her lose to Charlotte Flair after all that, because that's just going to make her look bad. So hopefully they do the right thing there. I really don't give a shit about Tiffany Stratton. Like I honestly don't care what she does, and I need somebody to take that belt off her because I'm tired of looking at her. But like I said, she retained the championship, due to outside interference, and we're setting up the real match, the money match, which is Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair. And then finally, the main event of Night of Champions, it was Sami Zayn versus Gunther versus Cody Rhodes. And with all the stuff that they did with Sami Zayn leading up, with him crashing out backstage, with all the hoopla, all the drama, him bitching about not becoming a world champion, all the complaining and everything, and then the fact that Cody threw him in the match to make it a triple threat. I was like, and then this in Saudi, I'm like, there's no way in hell Sami doesn't win this championship, because the whole thing was set up for him to win the championship. And whoever wins the Money in the Bank is going to cash it on Sami Zayn, which will give him more of a reason to crash out and to complain about how he was screwed and he was robbed. But with that being said, I am happy that he did finally win a world championship. Like, I am extremely happy for Sami Zayn, and this will also get people off of Cody's back, because Jesus Christ, like, I don't know what's wrong with the internet. It's like, first they love you, then they hate. It's like they want to see you climb to the mountaintop, then once you get to the mountaintop, they're just like, all right, get off with it. We want some. It's like, it's fickle. Like, they're very fickle. It's like they'll still chant your name, they'll cheer it, they'll sing your song, but then they'll boo you when the match actually starts. So hopefully, now that Cody's did the JOB for Sami Zayn, that'll get people off of Cody's back and he can breathe a little bit. But I mean, Randy Orton's still out there, still searching for number 15. But I do feel like whoever wins the Money in the Bank is going to be the person to take the belt off of Sami Zayn, because they're not touching Oba, the Oba and Roman thing. Like, that's going to have to breathe on his own. But I said, kudos to Sami Zayn. I mean, I don't really feel bad for Gunther. He didn't get pinned. He'll complain and then he'll ask for a title shot. Maybe they'll do like a triple threat rematch. Like, who knows? But Cody's definitely not going to win the belt back. And I said Sammy's going to keep the belt up until Money in the Bank. Like, that's my prediction. But until then, we're just happy for him that he finally got his. We like to see when people get finally get those accolades that they so richly deserve. That was how the pay-per-view ended, with the day one Sami Zayn fans are cheering for their boy. And thank you for tuning in. So it was a solid show. I mean, aside from the Jade match, I was fine. I was happy, fine with all of the outcomes. But I understand the Jade match because it's leading towards Jade and Charlotte. But Jade just better not lose to no Charlotte Flair when the two of them actually wrestle. So yeah. But like I said, it was a good pay-per-view. I said I give it a. I mean, I was gonna give it a 7, but because Sami actually did win the belt, like, I'm gonna give it an 8. So I say the yay for Night of Champions. It would have been nice if we would have got more champions, like more champions defending on the show. And we look forward to seeing what happens on Monday Night Raw when the fallout of all this stuff happens. So check out my other reviews, because I got Supergirl up on my channel, or Supergirl will be up on my channel by the time you see this. And then I'm going to do some other reviews for other things. We got TNA. Oh, man, TNA No Surrender is tomorrow. And then, which is weird because NXT is tomorrow. Like, NXT Great American Bash is tomorrow, and then TNA No Surrender is tomorrow. But I think one of them comes on earlier in the day. I forget, but they got 2 shows coming on at the same time. I'm gonna try to review both of them and bring them all to you. So let's just keep an eye out for that. If anything, the TNA review, the NXT review will be on Sunday, and then the TNA review will be on Monday. So that was it. So share your questions, comments, and concerns. Check me out all over social media, on X, on Instagram, on TikTok, and YouTube, where you can leave those questions, comments, and concerns. And I'll see you guys for some more wrestling right here on Red Eyes Entertainment. So until next time, guys, for the day one Sami Zayn fans, take care. Let's go and rub this.